So we're going to ask you, friends and relatives from around the province, in support of our 2022 graduates. On our campus, there's well over 350 plus graduates of Indigenous ancestry. Today, we're going to be celebrating 60 of those graduates, and we're very happy to have this opportunity to bring this to you. And my co-MC and colleague here will bring a lot of history in a little bit as we begin. So in the meantime, I believe we're ready for our grand entry. We're going to ask each and every one of you, those that are able, those that can stand, as we come to this afternoon's grand entry and the dancing and the celebration of what these students and these folks have worked so hard for over the last number of months and years to be able to obtain a graduate level. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let us rise on behalf of our graduates. As we rise here, ladies and gentlemen, we know that this Eagle staff represents our people proudly. And we're very proud that here at the university, at the campus, in all of its history, that we have such an iconic symbol, an Eagle staff, that is adorned with the University of Saskatchewan insignia. And so let us rise as we go to the grand entry dancing. Hokaha. Staff, an individual that has journeyed, an individual that came through his own educational process, an individual that has obtained a master's degree here at the University of Saskatchewan through the Indigenous Teacher Education Program, an individual, ladies and gentlemen, that's a national dance champion, an outstanding educator. Today, on behalf of our Dene relatives, on behalf of all Indigenous people, we bring forward our Eagle staff. Carrying our Eagle staff, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. T.J. Warren. Leading our procession, of course, we have our color guard. We're very happy to have a number of our community leaders. We're very happy to have a number of our nations represented through our afternoon color guard. Let us rise, let us celebrate here as we come to you on this beautiful afternoon on behalf of our 2022 Indigenous graduates of the University of Saskatchewan. Momentarily here as we bring forward our elders, as we say thank you to the members of the Warren Family Dance Ensemble. We welcome the Warren family. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring forward here our University of Saskatchewan leadership. We want to say thank you to the leadership, to all of our great leaders here at the University of Saskatchewan. We acknowledge our alumni, we acknowledge here the faculty, we acknowledge all those that have stood beside the many students as they persevered throughout their learning, throughout their various disciplines. On a great afternoon here, we acknowledge the colleges, we acknowledge the Indigenous Teacher Education Program, we acknowledge Suntep here this afternoon. And on this day, friends and relatives, we bring to you the graduating class of 2022 as they dance in. Let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Look at Adam. Look at him, so proud. What an outstanding sight. What an outstanding honor. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause to your graduates. At this time, as a customary way, as we come to this land, as we celebrate in this land, as we mutually coexist, as we mutually govern ourselves on the lands here, known within the Treaty 6 territory, and the lands known here of our Métis, Metchef brothers and sisters, relatives. On this day, we're going to ask each and every one of you to please rise as we go to the Treaty 6 National Anthem, a song that recognizes the signatures of the Treaty 6. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please. Singers. Of the great legacy as proud Indigenous nations, you share in the great hopes and aspirations that you see before you here on behalf of our graduates. We see the legacy of our ancestors. The promise lives with each and every one of our graduates of this day. We are proud to recognize these individuals here. We're proud to recognize them here at the University of Saskatchewan in a true Indigenous fashion, to be able to hear our songs, to be able to hear our languages, to be able to celebrate this in a common goal of a life journey of education. At this time, I'm going to ask my colleague here to introduce here the next national anthem that comes before each and every one of you.
Thank you very much, Don. Welcome, everybody. Of course, we always ensure that we offer a balance and diversity that reflects our student body. We would like to now call forward Courtney and Tyson for the Métis National Anthem.
In the forest, on the river, and across the western plain, as the white man journeyed westward to the land of the premier Mont, was created, a new nation rose up strong. Hardship as its destiny, and its curse to not be long. In the land from which they came, in the land they helped to build, they found themselves the alien, found their vision unfulfilled. And despite their valiant effort to defend what they believe, when at last the battle ended, they were only left to grieve. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. traitors and courageous deeds now past. But their spirit was not broken, and their dreams have never died. Their determination strengthened even while the people cried. As they waited for the battle that would end their years of pain, and the final bloodless battle when the nation rose again. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. For the newest generation and the future ones to come, with the past to motivate us, it will help to keep us strong. As we build the Métis nation, as we watch it rise again, our past loss is motivation to inspire our future gain. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian.
Let's give our musicians a big round of applause. Thank you for standing. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, you may take a seat. I want to acknowledge also our singers, the Black Otter Singers. Thank you very much. I'm going to take some time to make introductions here of all of our special guests and our color guard. Carrying our Eagle staff as he posts the colors here this afternoon, we want to recognize Mr. T.J. Warren. Big round of applause. Canadian flag carried by Adam Baxter Jones. Introducing our Saskatchewan flag, introducing Jay Wilson. Our Treaty 6 flag, Elder Roland Duquette. Our Métis Nation flag, Elder Norm Fleury. And also our University of Saskatchewan flag, Kurt Boyer. Every Child Matters, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Louise Half. And also our Two-Spirit flag, Sheldon Bear. And our Pride flag, Marjorie Bukash. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our elders, we want to say thank you from the Mistawassis First Nation, Roland Duquette. Our Métis Nation elder, Dorothy Obashan. Saddle Lake First Nation, Louise Half. Métis Nation of Saskatchewan, Elder Norman Fleury. I believe these are the elders present with us, Miss Florence Highway, Tim and Kathy Iashapi, and also Evelyn Linklater and Marjorie Boucage. Also from the University of Saskatchewan, my very favorite president, Peter Stoichiv. Also introducing Patricia McDougall, Deputy Provost, University of Saskatchewan. Angel Jamie, Interim. Jaime, holy smokes. Angela Jaime. I'm at the mercy of the list here, I'm sorry. I've just floated in here. Cheryl Hamlin, Vice President, University of Relations here at the University of Sask. Angela Bedard Hagan, Dean, College of Agriculture, Bioresources, University of Saskatchewan. Beth Bilson, Interim Dean of Education of University of Saskatchewan. Melissa Justine, University Library, University of Sask. Adam Baxter Jones, thank you again, Interim Associate Provost, Health, USask Health Sciences. Selenia Ricketer, Dean, College of Nursing. Doug Surtees, Associate Dean, Academic College of Law. Also, we want to acknowledge Tammy Marsh, Dean, St. Thomas More College. Also, Mr. Russ Ensinger, Registrar. Joy Crawford, Board of Governors. We also want to acknowledge here the USSU, Sharon Jacob, and also Panya Magonlin. Our special guests here, we have Kurt Boyer, Métis Nation of Saskatchewan, Johnson Shoyama Graduate School. And these are some of our introductions here. We have Noreen Mahoney of the Edwards School of Business, Jay Wilson, Vice Provost of TSLE, Don Moline, also the AVP of Research. I like that. And Sheila Pocha, Suntep, and also the Gabriel Dumont College. And now in nursing, we have Holly Graham, also with us, Special Advisor to the President, Verna St. Dennis, Yvette Arkan, Indian Teacher Education Program. And also with us here, we have Val Arnault, College of Medicine, and we also acknowledge Priscilla Settee. I believe that is all of our special introductions here today. Let's give all of our platform guests a big round of applause. And now we're going to turn it back on over here to Candace to take us through the rest of our agenda. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Don. A big round of applause for him. I'd like to begin by recognizing Elder Roland Duquette and Dorothy Aubuchon to begin us in a good way with prayer. Roland.
Pamoisa kaki sumuyan, pitamaga katamskat nao kakio. Iki saki tiga no si tako tigo ta epi kasketa masui kiko. Ego seka kiano kani hiao ya kakamem ya kawichis ya. Ekunane kai tagi tiga matsu. Ego wakotu. I want to welcome everyone this afternoon that what you're here for, it's your gain. You gain that through hard work, through sacrifice, and also the commitment that you have to have a better way of life. So I want to welcome everyone, the graduates. That's your day, and then we'll follow. No tawinan semanto kaksewat pitamagan na skomo atinoma kisigaw kutagimia katawa kawapa tuya kikomina igagi smustatan kasawe matsugo kakio kasikasketa masutsik wistawak tetago tetsik kawichi sutsik netenigan kamiup matsik kamiu waskawitsik kao kamik sikamagigo kagi kasketa masutsik Ewa me mitana no skidi chigo kakio kagasketa masutsik no tawinan. Eksinge tuana no chota inanas komuya ante hego che stay up make ikatawas kakio how.
Good afternoon, anyone, all of you. I'm going to say a little prayer first. No, you pair the face, free, a shit. And Marie Penningra said to Clefa, said it's not tribe in it. Said Marie managed you pressure, alerts or more, a shit. A quick, a big question at you. today, today, the game of Gomez, he starts. I am a Noma Shamas. William said it was Shamas. Shamak speak most of the Magagwali was about shit. A quiet. I graduate all the leafy so
Thank you very much to Roland and Dorothy. The elders' presence are so important to us. They guide us all the time at the Gordon Oaks Red Bear Student Center. I'm proud to introduce my co-poet today is Graham Joseph.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you very much for coming out today. Following the traditions of our elders, it's always really important that we introduce ourselves traditionally. And so I'm the team leader here with the Aboriginal Student Center, but my feasting name, my traditional name is Akhdezimski. I belong to an ancient family called the House of Guksan, which is part of the Fireweed clan, Guskast, from the northern Skeena in the northwestern British Columbia, so I'm Guksan. And so I'm a visitor here on Treaty 6, and I always want to recognize that and honor that for the generosity of the people here, the First Nations people who are part of the Treaty 6, as well as Métis people. Recognizing and honoring the lands of Indigenous peoples are sacred, and it's always important that we show our gratitude for that. So today is a day of celebration, a day that we come together as a university community to celebrate not only our graduates, but their families and their communities. And it's something that we've done for many years. And just as Donnie had explained in his introduction, we typically do that as part of our graduation powwow celebration. But this year is a great year. We get to do something that is like this after, of course, being away for a couple of years. And so we always want to be reflective. We always want to do our best to honor the students, to honor everybody who supported you up until this point. So thank you and welcome, and I'll turn it back over to my co-MC.
Thank you, Graham. I'm just going to give you a little bit of understanding as how we got to today. So prior to the 1960s, there was a tradition here at the University of Saskatchewan where graduates in full gown would walk the bowl, and it would be the parade. I saw a picture of this a few months back, and I thought about what does it mean to be an Indigenous person at the University of Saskatchewan. We need to find ways to melt our traditions, to understand and respect each other as people, and show what Indigenous community can be. I'm very proud of our graduates. I am very proud to be a University of Saskatchewan citizen. You are now a part of a much larger family, and the Honor Walk, which we did today, is a part of that new tradition. As we move forward to powwow, Métis jigging, and dance competition, as we've done in the past, and as we'll do in the future, I'd like to take a moment to appreciate today and the adaptability of who we are as we walk together. So thank you very much. With that, I'd like to kick off our speaking today with, I love the way they say Stoy Chief. It's actually Peter Stoichev, president of the University of Saskatchewan. But I think we know that if someone makes and gives you a nickname, that means you're one of ours now. I proudly present to you President Peter Stoichev.
Thanks. Thanks very much, Candace, and welcome everybody, not just everybody who's in this circle, but everybody who's in the seats who have supported everybody who's in the circle. It's wonderful to see all of you here. Thanks, Donnie Spidell, for doing this not just today. I'm not sure where you are. Not just today, but for years, at many different celebrations that we have had that required the great spokesperson that you are. Thanks to the musicians, the dancers, co-chairs Candace Waska-Slaverty and Graham Joseph, and all that you do at the Gordon Oaks Red Bear Student Center and with our elders. And thanks to event leader Charlene Brown as well. I do want to thank the elders, many of whom it's my great privilege to be able to say are good friends of mine. I was with Elder Fleury a couple of nights ago. He was at an awards ceremony at the university. I was with Elder Linklater last Friday. Friday seems to be our day, and we're here again today. Elder Louise Huff, sky dancer, with whom I've had the pleasure and the privilege to spend many rich years, and so many others. Elder Aubuchon, thank you very much for your words. And Elder Roland Duquette, thank you for your words and the fact that if this coming week of convocation ceremonies on that stage is any reflection of the past, he will be sitting with us for 8 convocation ceremonies, at least has done that numerous times in the past as a show of his support for Indigenous students and all students graduating at this great university. Today is your day, all the students in this circle. Congratulations to all of you. I'm joined by, as you heard from Donnie Speidel's introductions, all of the senior leaders at the university, Board of Governors members who are here to send the message that the role that this university plays in educating and learning how to educate the Indigenous youth of this country is the greatest role that we can play, and that Canada's future is going to be defined by the success of its Indigenous youth. And this is something that we have felt at the University of Saskatchewan we can contribute to, but we wouldn't be doing it well, and we wouldn't be doing it the right way if it weren't for the support and guidance and wisdom of the elders who are here today, and elders who aren't here today, elders who have helped us in the past, and many other members of Indigenous communities who have made this university stronger than it's ever been. I want to congratulate all of the graduating class, many of whom I hope to see again next week. You've put in all the hard work. I hope you can congratulate yourselves as meaningfully as we can congratulate you. And I also thank, and I'm sure you thank, all of your supporters, your friends, your parents, your grandparents, your children, your community leaders who have helped you to get to this very moment, because none of us can achieve anything this big without the help of many around us. And I thank all the people in the stands here for your support of the people who are graduating, who are in the circle. We want to be the best place that we can be with and for Indigenous students and communities. You are going to go out armed with a University of Saskatchewan degree to make a difference to your communities and to the world. The world needs you more than it ever has to become a better place, a more equitable place that only you would know how to create much better than we do. But I hope there's something that you've been able to learn in your degree program at the university that will help you to do that, make the world a more equitable place, more humane, more caring, more healthy, happier, more sustainable. With a university degree, you have a great privilege. I often think when I'm looking at graduating students of all the young people who couldn't be here, who couldn't go to university, didn't have access to university, couldn't afford it, didn't feel like they had the support, wanted to be here and couldn't. And instead, we're here. It's a great privilege. And use that privilege for good. Use it also to follow your dreams. Just because you have a degree in one area doesn't mean that you can't go on to contribute in many others. and much of what you've learned, I'm sure, is transferable to something else that would fit with your own personal dreams. So with the great privilege of getting a university education comes great responsibility, and I hope you think about that and use it wisely. We'll follow your futures with excitement and encouragement, and we thank you with your presence here today and your presence here at the university over the years of your studies with making us a much better place. Congratulations and thanks to all of you.
Thank you very much, President Stoichev. I'd like to call upon another senior university leader, Dr. Angela Jaime, who is our Vice Provost Indigenous.
Good afternoon. Excuse me. Thank you, elders, for the wonderful opening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your guidance and your presence and all that our students are doing and our faculty and our staff. You're here to guide us and to support us, and we appreciate that. I'm Angela Jaime. I'm the Interim Vice Provost of Indigenous Engagement. I'm Pitt River and Valley Maidu from Northern California. I hear the echo, and it's like hard to talk and then hear myself again, so I've got to work through it. This is an important month. Graduation ends in June, and this is Pride Month, and we're celebrating individuals, people. We brought in the Pride flag today. The university recognizes two-spirited First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people, and it's so important that we take the time every year to celebrate that, celebrate our people here and all they have to offer. Pride Month's been an important part of my career and understanding what that means for communities. And two-spirited communities within institutions of higher learning have been really instrumental in showing us multiple perspectives and how to see the world. Graduation's my favorite time of the year, because I get to see all the accomplishments through the eyes of graduates. It's so important to take the time to celebrate that and to think about what this day means for you, your families, your friends. We had graduation when I was a Bachelor of Arts and master's degree. I had a Native American graduation. And it was so important and so special to me and to my colleagues, my peers. I didn't have that when I went to get my PhD, and it was missed. It was missed to not have that acknowledgement and that feeling of family and my ancestors there and supporting me, and our culture recognized and lifted. And so I'm wonderfully excited to see that the University of Saskatchewan takes such care in thinking about what Indigenous peoples need. And our students are our priority. You are the core of everything and every aspect of this institution. So today, with your families with you, you are accomplishing a milestone in your life. This accomplishment has been supported by your ancestors, your families, your friends, your community. And now it's your turn to walk with the community, to support them, to wrap around them, to contribute all that you've learned, and to help uplift them. I want to say thank you to our senior leaders, our faculty, and our staff. I want this to be an amazing day for you and all next week in each of the commencements that you go to. And remember to take time to just be present and to think about what this day means for you. Congratulations and welcome to being an alumni.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jaime. I'd like to now introduce the Westmount Community School Little Steppers, who are going to be doing a dance performance for us today in honor of the graduates. So I'll call together the dance troupe. Please come forward. The Westmount Community School has been doing this since 2013 as part of their Métis Cultural Program. It's a multicultural dance troupe of students from grades 3 to 8 of varying experience. These students are great ambassadors for Métis culture and the Saskatoon Public Schools. Thank you very much to their school, their families, and for them to be here to do this for us today. Thank you very much to Westmount School and their teacher, Lila Phillips, who is a Suntep grad. Always amazed at the amazing work that teachers do in our schools. Let's give them another round of applause. I'd also like to recognize Mr. Len Dumont, who's on our fiddle here. Len is 86 years old, and he's passing on the traditions and performing for us today. Thank you very much, Len.
Also, special shout out to Suntep and Sheila Pocha, who always comes through for us. Thank you, Sheila. And if you were lucky enough to arrive earlier today, you would have been entertained by a couple of amazing dancers. We're going to bring them back onto the floor. I'd like to help me welcome fourth-year Suntep student Kurt Natamagan. He is from Pine House Lake and they're going to do something special for us. Along with him is Courtney Arcand, who is from Muscopeta Soto First Nation. Both of these have worked with us before and was an easy ask and an easy yes. Please help me welcome Kurt and Courtney. Did you know that Anaquad means cloud? That's what I was told. And because I said her name wrong, I'm going to give you one more tidbit. She's a fellow Valley girl, just like I am from Kakowistau First Nation. Fellow Valley girl, Courtney Anaquad.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you very much, Kurt and Courtney. Greatly appreciate that. Now it's the time to honor our graduates. So what I'd like to do is ask Lori, please help what we're going to do is get all the grads to stand up, and we're going to form a line over by Lori over here. So just please go out that south exit where Candace is. We're going to get you to line up, and then we're going to call you up individually and present you with your gift.
All right, we will commence with the honoring of the graduates that have joined us today. Here at the U of S, we celebrate academic achievements of our Indigenous graduates by presenting them with a buffalo pin and a print of bead artwork project created during the Indigenous Achievement Week in 2019. You might recognize the beautiful artwork of Vanessa Huygen, and I think Vanessa's here. There she is. Amazing artist. Thank you so much. Her and one of her partners in the beading that contributed to this, along with some community partners, is Ruth Cuthand. So instructions. Thank you, graduates. This is really all about you, and I'm so glad you're here. We're going to ask you to come forward. You'll be presented. If you want to take a photograph, have your cameras ready. But where is our photographer? There she is. Perfect. So that is our gift for you today. We're the pin, which only you receive. We have different pins for different special occasions, but that bison pin is because you're a graduate. When you see that out in the world, you know that they're a University of Saskatchewan alum, and welcome to that. So let's begin. Each of you were given a card, and I told everyone that if they didn't like what was on their card, they could write, and I would say whatever they hand me. So we might be in for some surprises today. So let's start. Begin. From the Sapatoya Cree Nation, Evelyn Fisher, College of Education. Renelda Robillard, College of Arts and Science, Bachelor of Arts, fourth year, Hatchet Lake Nation. Next we have Katie Tolley, College of Arts and Science, Bachelor of Science Honors, Prince Albert. Next we up, Jackie Valois, College of Arts and Science, Bachelor of Arts, 4-year, Fond du Lac, First Nation, and is entering medicine. She's apologizing for her missing handwriting, but she does have a degree, Bachelor of Arts and Science, double honors from Mortslack, Aurora Wolf, College of Arts and Science. Yes. Next we have Colby Aldefor, College of Education, Bachelor of Education, and College of Kinesiology, Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology. From Saskatoon, Colby Aldefor. I just might have a relative here from the Ochapowace First Nation getting her degree from the ITEP program. It's Courtney Bear, College of Education, Bachelor of Ed. Jamie Bradfield is with the College of Education and Northlands College, Bachelor of Education from LaRange. Also, the Strength and Perseverance Award from Nancy Lafleur. Thank you, Jamie, and congratulations. Tanya Birdie, College of Education, Suntep, Saskatoon. Congratulations. Also from Suntap College of Education, Kelly Camponi, Bachelor of Ed, Saskatoon. He is also the 29 recipient of the Indigenous Achievement Award for Community Service. Oh my goodness. Not quite a relative, but someone I know very well, I haven't seen in years. Jane Hawley, College of Education, Suntep, Bachelor of Education from High River, Alberta. Oops. Carolyn Ranger, Suntep, College of Education, Bachelor of Education from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Next up, TJ Sumners Marasti. She's from the College of Education, ITEP, with her Bachelor of Education. TJ is from the Montreal Lake Cree Nation. Hailing from the Moosonee Nation, or Moosonee, Ontario, we've got Melissa Ledoux, College of Education, and today she receives her Bachelor of Education. Another Treaty 4 sister, we got Amber Bellegarde, Edwards School of Business, Bachelor of Commerce, Little Back Bear First Nation. Please help me congratulate Dinah Head, Edwards School of Business, Bachelor of Commerce from Red Earth First Nation. And I've been instructed, someone deadly from the Yellow Quill First Nation. I told you I'll read anything that's on the card, so nobody hand out pens. We have Celeste Roblard, Edwards School of Business. She's receiving her certificate in Aboriginal Business Administration. Congratulations, Celeste. Gabrielle Abraham, Edwards School of Business, Bachelor of Commerce, Waterhen Lake First Nation. Congratulations. Lori Waterhan, Edwards School of Business, Bachelor of Commerce, and College of Arts and Science Certificate in Indigenous Governance and Politics. She's also with the Minnesotquin Cree Nation. Congratulations, Lori Waterhead. This one's getting a little something extra special. The name of his nation I would not disrespect. I'm going to announce his name and his degree, and he is going to tell you his community. Congratulations to Daryl Flagg, graduate in postdoc studies, Masters of Education.
Kitchener-Magasub, Innuwug, Big Trout Lake, First Nation, Ontario.
Next up, Rihanna Chief, College of Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and she's from the Onion Lake First Nation. Congratulations, Rihanna. Allison Roy, College of Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and she's from the Pelican Lake First Nation. Also with the College of Nursing, receiving Bachelor of Science in Nursing, please congratulate Kara Sanderson from the James Smith Cree Nation. You might recognize him as the flag bearer from earlier in our ceremony. Please congratulate Sheldon Bear, Edwards School of Business, Bachelor of Commerce from the Little Pine First Nation. Sheldon is Two-Spirit and was a recipient of this year's Resiliency Award. Please help me welcome Mrs. Nadine Ballantyne, College of Arts and Science, Bachelor of Arts, 4 years from Pelican Narrows. Her program involvement in Indigenous justice and criminology. Next up, we have Sheila Natahau, College of Arts and Science, Bachelor of Arts, 4-year, psychology minor, or psychology and sociology. She is from Montreal Lake First Nation and is a mother of 2. Congratulations, Sheila Natahau. She's getting a big holy. So we have Matresa Monroe. She's with the College of Arts and Science, Bachelor's of double honors, Indigenous Studies and History. She is from the Sapatuak Cree Nation in Ontario. Is that Ontario? Manitoba. I apologize. Oh my. Congratulations. Next up, we have Tia West Montgrand. She is entering the College of Law in September of 2023. But today, it's about College of Arts and Science, 4-year and certificate in biological research. Congratulations, Tia. So, Michaela Marasti, she's with the College of Arts and Science, Bachelor of Science, 4-year in environmental biology, and she's from Pelican Narrows, Saskatchewan. And she is a second-generation USask alum. Please help me in welcoming Jessie McLeod Mitchell, College of Arts and Science, Bachelor of Science Honors and Certificate in Biological Research. She is from the James Smith Cree Nation and the Clearwater Dene Nation. Congratulations, Jessie. Next we have Marissa McGregor, College of Arts and Science, Bachelor of Arts, 4-year, and she is from the Carry the Kettle First Nation, pronouns she and her. Also from the College of Arts and Science, Bachelor of Science, 4-year, congratulations to Kelly LaRock from Black Lake, Isla Crosse. It's my pleasure to present Rhonda Bluehorn for her Certificate Indigenous Governance and Politics, College of Arts and Science, and she is a member of the Poundmaker Cree Nation. Congratulations, Rhonda. Everything, who's your dad? Who's your mom? I know this young woman. I actually know her family, but this is Julia Billingsley. She's from the College of Arts and Science, she is receiving her Bachelor of Science 4-year. She is a member of the Poundmaker Cree Nation. Congratulations, Julia. I know your mother. And last but not least, we have Sydney Kupenbender. She is from the College of Arts and Science, College of Agriculture and Bioresources. She is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Renewable Resource Management and is from La Ronge, Saskatchewan. Congratulations, Sydney. Oh yes, there was a note that came to me earlier today, and I tucked it away in here. So Jody Hankerchoff, she registered, but last minute couldn't attend, and I know she's watching online. And so we just wanted to honor her. She is from the College of Law and the degree of Juris Doctor, and she is from La Ronge. Congratulations. Congratulations, Jody. Do we need the honors? I'd like a nice round of applause for these amazing graduates, the class of 2022 at the University of Saskatchewan. Please stay standing for the honors song. Thank you very much. You may see. Bringing in our Eagle staff today was TJ Warren and his family. They've agreed to come dance for us today and honor our graduates. I'm going to ask TJ to come up and introduce his family.
Thank you. We have dancers who have traveled quite a ways to be able to be a part of this program here today. And we're very thankful to be able to be in the presence of success and inspiration and motivation to continue to do great work for our communities. Every one of you are, honored, and we're very thankful for your presence and your perseverance in these times. During the pandemic, we know that we face many challenges, and today, this is that celebration, that celebratory moment. And so with that, we bring our dancers forward. We have two dancers that came all the way from Red Mesa, Arizona, my nephews, Shante Begay and also Maurice Begay. We also brought my daughters all the way from 335 Davies Road across the city. My oldest, Amiusu Nazba Warren. And also my youngest baby, Kenaba Ajakus Warren. A common practice amongst our people, when we celebrate, we honor the presence of great people for seasonal, whether it's the changing of the seasons, or to honor and mark a special occasion. And so today, that is what we are here for. So with that, we're going to turn it over to our singers. Let's give singers a big round of applause. We have Hunter Blasting Game, all the way from Lame Deer, Montana, and Gordwash Day all the way from Sioux Valley, Manitoba, and also down in Standing Buffalo. So with that, two starts of a celebration song. Dancers, let's spread out.
Thank you very much, TJ. I'd like to now call upon Sheila Pocha to come and introduce our special guest.
Thank you, Graham. Congratulations once again to all of our graduates. I'm very honored today to present to you, to bring greetings to all of you of congratulations, a very special and very incredible woman, Dr. Verna St. Dennis. Dr. Verna St. Dennis, she'll tell people sometimes in our smaller circles that she's extremely humble, and which she is, with great humility. But the things that Dr. Verna St. Dennis has done can't go unnoticed. She currently is working as a special advisor to the president for the work we do with anti-racist and anti-oppressive understandings. This work is really important, as you all know, to be able to help our colleagues, our university, in understanding how incredibly significant it is to understand how terrible it is how our people are continually treated. It could be because of our color, because of our First Nation, because of our Métis-ness, because of our Inuit-ness, or from where we're from. And Dr. Werner St. Denis always held my hand, and many people like me, and followed us along and led us with great humility. I'm very impressed with her work, and always will be. She's a Bachelor of Education student graduate from ITEP, 1980, I think it was. She went on to get her Master's of Education and her PhD at Stanford University, 2002. I've been a lifelong friend of Verna, and she helps numerous people in understanding how important it is that we love who we are and we care about who we are. Let's introduce Dr. Werner St. Denis.
See if I echo here. I'm going to, so I'm not. Thank you, Sheila. Well, good afternoon, and congratulations to the 2022 graduates. You are now alumni of the University of Saskatchewan. I thought I would share a little of my story by way of celebrating you, our graduates. I am class of 1982. It was in the spring of 1978 when I enrolled in my first University of Saskatchewan course through the Indian Teacher Education Program. I graduated with my Bachelor of Elementary Education in the fall of 1982. I did not participate in my graduation ceremonies because I was in Kenya, East Africa, as a volunteer teacher through the Canadian Crossroads International Program. Being a student in ITEP and a student at the University of Saskatchewan opened the world to me, provided me with an education to understand connections between Indigenous people here and throughout the world. I am sure that many of you have also had many life-changing experiences here that you will carry throughout your life. I never thought when I arrived here, young, optimistic, idealistic, that I would spend a good part of my life on this campus, but I have. I will be retiring from the University of Saskatchewan after 30 years, first as an assistant, then associate, and now full professor. I didn't realize until recently that retirement provides an opportunity to reflect and travel down memory lane. I am remembering both my parents, now deceased, my father Robert, or John as he preferred to be called. He never had a chance to learn to read and write, but he understood the power of literacy because every day he lived the consequences and the disempowerment of illiteracy. My dad was the first to show me the university in the summer of 1969 when we drove down College Drive and past the university on our way to show me where he was working on the crew renovating the Williams Building on Cumberland Avenue. He was proud to be working on a building associated and connected to the university. And then a decade later, in the winter of 1978, my mom, Helen, introduced me to ITEP. Both wanted the best for their children, as your parents and family want for you. As challenging as our lives often are, my family has always been my inspiration, my motivation, my compass. They have been the reason I get up every day and try to do the best I can. I don't want to romanticize our families' lives. We know that our family relationships can be challenging at times, but I believe they remain our grounding, both our challenge and our hope. Thank you to all the family who have stood by your graduate, and thank you in advance for continuing to stand with our graduating class as they move into the world with new knowledge and new skills. Whether you are following in the steps of a family member or members who are already an alumni of the University of Saskatchewan, or it's you creating footsteps for your extended family, I know year by year, decade by decade, we as Indigenous people are claiming space here at the University of Saskatchewan. My younger sister, who is now retired, is also an alumna of the College of Education. Her son, my nephew, an alumnus of the College of Nursing. My daughter, an alumna of the College of Medicine. And my eldest brother, his son, my dear nephew, will graduate in the fall of 2022 convocation with his master's from the Johnson Shoyama Graduate School of Public Policy. So, it's not only me who will forever have connections to the University of Saskatchewan, but my extended family, just as you do now. And if not now, then you have surely started that tradition for your family. My hope for all of you is that you find your place, that you will bring joy, pride in your practice, that more doors open, that you will become the ground for you to practice your passion, your intellect. I remember hearing my mom describe me I remember hearing my mom describe me to one of her friends in front of me, mind you. As she was talking to her friend in Cree, she kind of motioned toward me and she said, "This one is the stubborn one." I can now smile in memory, but at that moment, I must say I was a little bit insulted. But now, years later, and after sustaining 1 or 2 battle scars, I now consider her description of me to be a compliment. Because as a lifelong anti-racist educator, being stubborn in the face of criticism and resistance to learning about racism and challenging others to practice anti-racism has required me to be somewhat stubborn, refusing to comply and give in, yet learning how to compromise and knowing when we have gone as far as we can go for now. It's important to know our weaknesses and seek to turn our weaknesses into strength. Sometimes it takes time, and sometimes it takes perseverance. So as you move into the world in a different way, because education does change us, I believe it strengthens us, but we don't always recognize those strengths and our gifts in the immediate. But they are there, and we all have them, and so do you. Finally, you make friends here at the University of Saskatchewan that remain for life, and I know that Indigenous spaces are so important to help make those kinds of connections. Indigenous-specific programming, Indigenous safe spaces remain important. We thank the university and Indigenous leaders for ensuring those spaces exist. I didn't know when I first arrived on campus that I would form lifelong friendships here. Some I see only intermittently, and others who are part of my everyday life. In fact, for me, the broader ITEP program, community, and the generations of graduates form what I consider to be my community. And I hope all of you will always feel connected to the University of Saskatchewan, and congratulations I wish you all a satisfying and fulfilling future.
Verna, you don't know this, but you are being incredibly honored today in the class of 2022 for your commitment, your dedication, your strength, your perseverance, but particularly your leadership. You have mentored many, many people, and we'd like to honor you today and present to you Vanessa Hegan and Ruth Cuthand's work, as well as the buffalo pin to hang proudly on your clothing and the walls of where you live. We honor you and congratulations. Thank you. You had no idea. I'll just say 5 minutes.
Verna. Is there one
Thank you very much, Dr. Verna St. Dennis and Sheila Pocha. Well, this brings us to the end of our celebration today. Just want to thank everybody for coming out and participating in this very important, I think, moment in these people's lives, our graduates' lives. And this wouldn't be possible unless we had a large team of people helping out with the planning. And so what I always like to do is I like to thank those people, of course, publicly. So I'd like those who are part of this year's annual Indigenous Graduation Committee, got to pronounce it, I'm wearing this mask too, to please stand up. And those who are on the floor, if you could just come join me right over here on the side. Lori, Carson, come on, committee members, come on. Lloyd, John Schelling especially, and where is Charlene Brown? Oh, she's hiding. Come on, Charlene. And Michelle. Everybody's being really shy. I wonder why. I think it's one of the most important things that, of course, like I've described, that we can do is celebrate students. To celebrate them and honor them. And we have a committee of people every year that come from across the university who are both Indigenous and non-Indigenous, who come and help us with this work, which is so, of course, important, not only to the purpose of today, but also to build, I think, a very strong community on our campus. People working together, just like how Gordon Oakes had envisioned in terms of the teachings of our building, the Gordon Oakes Red Bear Student Center. Indigenous and non-Indigenous people coming together, working together for the common good. So I'd just like to thank all of our committee members. I want to also highlight Charlene Brown and John Schelling. Charlene and John work endlessly to support our work within the center, not just part of graduation, but throughout the year. True allies, true people who come together with us and support us. We just wouldn't be able to do this without this wonderful team and without their leadership specifically. So please join in a round of applause to thank.
Just one more thing before we do that. No, Graham, you're not messing up. Okay. But I never miss an opportunity to honor our media folks. They are out at every one of our events. They do our live streams. They care. And they apply a certain Indigenous knowledge base to production, and I want to honor John Negresco and Tim and Terry and the crew at our media department, as well as this amazing committee. These are the core. They show up for everything that we do. And what's really amazing is this is Indigenous and non-Indigenous people coming together to create something amazing. Hats off. It's been my honor to work with you. Thank you so much.
Okay, you can have a seat now. Thank you very much, Candace. What we're going to do now is we're going to hand it over back to TJ to dance out the Eagle staff in the colors. Okay, I'll just have everybody please stand up.